Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XDC. But before I get started, please click the like and subscribe button as it helps this channel grow very quickly. So I hope you're all having a wonderful weekend wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XDC. I want to start with this. For all you people claiming you have ISO 222 coins, you better start mentioning Bitcoin too. Bitcoin can be sent through an ISO 222 message due to, oh yeah, that's right, Impel's software. Software is compliant standards, not the coin. That's not exactly true. And Bitcoin has to be wrapped before it can be used. We'll talk about that in later videos. I want to continue with this because today we're going to talk about how XDC is also getting tied to healthcare. So sorry, sir, we have to agree to disagree. Cross-border payments is not the only focus. Trade digitization, referring to transforming paper documents to digital documents, is also a top priority, just not in the mainstream limelight. So, we see this roadmap to reform for electronic transferable records. That's very big. Think about that. That's like sending electronic records across borders. This is going to be very big for XDC. Then we see this. XDC is bigger than you think. That 19 trillion market is old news. Try a $28.5 trillion market. This is only going to grow year over year. And it's getting bigger and bigger. And it's going to become more and more expensive, which means a lot more money traveling through the trade industry. That's going to add a lot of value to XDC. People always look at XDC and they're like, oh, it's just a trade coin. It's not for me. I'd rather invest in cross-border payments with XRP or XLM. But the thing is, trade is just as big. I've said it multiple times on this channel. Then we see this here. This is what I want to talk about. So, dear members, we are in the process of introducing a groundbreaking DApp, which will impact the lives of direct end customers and save the golden hours of human lives. In this regard, we proudly introduce Emergency Health Record into our plugin ecosystem, and this is being built on XDC. This is very big. Built on XDC network, plugin EHR will play a critical role in assisting doctors and healthcare institutions in analyzing a patient's profile and providing suitable treatment. So think about it. Say you were in an accident and you're unconscious, right? There's things that people closest to you might not even know as far as your health records. This way, your health records would easily be stored so they can access them very fast. When it comes to emergencies, many patients' lives are not able to be saved by doctors due to the unavailability of medical history. Even the caretakers or close ones are unable to fetch information in an emergency time, which cost human lives. Blockchain can transform the way a patient's electronic health records are stored and shared. It can provide a safer, more transparent, and traceable underpinning system for health information exchange. Then we see this. The patient will have complete control over their data and decide whom to share and revoke the access. The caregiver would be able to grant access to patient data during an emergency period. So think about it. If you're unconscious, they can access your records very fast and possibly save your life. This is going to become very big. And like I said it before, any cryptocurrency that is tied to healthcare is going to grow in value very fast. Everyone needs healthcare. At some point in our lives, we're going to need it. So if your cryptocurrency has ties to it, guess what? It's going to be big. Born too late for Bitcoin, born just in time for ISO 222 coins. And that's the thing. These coins are going to become so, the price of them in the near future, when it starts moving upward, I don't believe there's a stopping point. They're going to continue to gain value because they're going to be continuously used over and over throughout the world. Think about that. 4 of the chosen 5 ISO 222 coins are infrastructure for CBDCs. Corda Blockchain CBDC infrastructure XDC main settlement token on Corda. And the thing is, people don't understand how big this system actually is. It's hard to even describe the multitude of the size of it and how much it's going to grow even more over time as time goes on. We see the companies that are tied to it. You see like IBM, you see Digital Currency Initiative, the BIS, MTech, but then you also see the cryptocurrencies that are tied to this system and the way they interact with the other cryptocurrencies that are also tied to the system. Like I said before, all the time that I mentioned the fourth industrial revolution as far as cryptocurrency, I'm not just talking about a couple of cryptocurrencies because that would be small and minute. You need to picture it much bigger. One massive network, one massive powerhouse of a network working together to make our whole world run smoothly. The money moving through transactions, moving smoothly. Trade moving much smoother than it does right now. Digitization of every single thing. That's where we're headed. Now, the worst part of this whole thing is this. The digital IDs. I do not like digital IDs, but they're going to become part of our lives eventually. I've seen people mention where to access Web3, you're going to need a digital ID. So they're going to kind of force you to get one. But the global IDs and global credit scores, I'm not fond of at all. CBDCs are a good thing. It's not the CBDC that's bad, it's the people behind the CBDC. Those are the people that want to rule everyone. They want to lead the world with their own views. They want to enslave the world. But the CBDC itself improves an old, outdated system. Things are coming to make our lives easier. But while they're making our lives easier, they're also tied to some pretty bad people, like Klaus Schwab, who wants us to live in pods, eat bugs, and be tied to some sort of neuro sensor or whatever. But the thing is, the CBDC and the technology behind it is not bad. It fixes a lot of problems. And either way, I want to make sure I get rich off of this. Because this is the last chance in our lifetime to be part of something so massive, a fourth industrial revolution, where we could all become very wealthy very quick. Why not be part of it? Because they're going to push it no matter what. It's going to happen. So you might as well at least enjoy it while you can. So dreaming, we see this. XRP, 1 ounce of gold. XLM, 1 ounce of silver. XDC, 1 ounce of copper, and so on. Now, a lot of people say this can never happen. This isn't even feasible. I've said it before on this channel multiple times. But the thing is, we just watched this happen. Transactions with digital assets backed by precious metals are beginning in Russia with the launch of a token for palladium. So that shows you can back digital money with gold, with whatever you want. So why can't you back cryptocurrencies with precious metals? I think it's coming. I think they're going to do it. It looks very promising that this can very well happen. I'm not going to say that it's 100% guaranteed that they're going to back XDC with copper. But it's funny because I actually tell people when they say, well, what are you invested in? I'm like, copper. And they're like, what are you talking about? Copper pipes? I'm like, no. I'm invested in XDC, which is supposed to be backed by copper. And then, you get a good laugh out of it. But the thing is, this can very well happen. We're going to have to wait and see how it goes. But here's the thing. I kind of want to stay where I say, cryptocurrency should not be tied to anything with the government. I like the fact that cryptocurrency is separate from government. Most people got into cryptocurrency because they're anti-government. In fact, most people early on said, I invest in this because I don't want nothing to do with the government. But now we're seeing the government take control of crypto. We see the Fed tying crypto to the banking system. We see countries tying it to their digital currencies, like the euro, things like that. All we have to do is just sit back, invest in the right cryptocurrencies, get rich, and hopefully, they don't use CBDCs against us at some point. Maybe they'll, use them in a different way. Maybe it's going to be used for what it's intended to be used for, to improve our already struggling financial system, because it's slow and outdated. With that said, I'm going to wrap up today's video. I want to thank you all for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.